Hi guys, Maikeru here. This is my last episode of the Smashing Skiller series before it evolves into a 10 HP pure series. Seeing as I've already got the strength and I'm going to be getting the summoning in the next episode along with some other skills, I'm going to rename the series after this episode, so this will be the last episode of the Smashing Skiller and then we'll move on to the 10 HP hero. This is episode 7. This is me getting more all-rounded gains, and I had so many clips. I've been playing this account a lot, but I haven't been releasing that many Skiller videos, so I've got quite a big backlog of clips. So I'll release the first episode of the 10 HP hero shortly after this one. So keep on the lookout for that one, and this one will be slightly longer than normal. So let's get into the gains. So starting things off, in general, I just wanted to get some of my lower leveled skills up a bit higher. I went from 51 Herb Lore to level 64 Herb Lore by doing super attack potions. They were pretty cheap to make and they were really cost effective with a portable well. After I made some of the super attacks, I then went to do my weekly circus. Make sure you do your weekly circuses for some agility XP and some range and mage XP that I'll start doing once I'm a 10 HP pure. It can be really effective, and it definitely can add up over time if you're doing it every week. Also, if you do a couple of quests, you can unlock different parts of the circus as well, but I'm nowhere near that point on this skiller, and I don't even know if I can do the quests on a skiller. We'll see in the future. But I got 62 agility from this circus. Continuing to do my tree runs, I got 79 farming from that papaya tree, which means I'm closing in on that 80 farming. I wanted to do some fishing with invention, so I could train invention a bit while AFKing and not just making divine charges. So I went to the shop in Varrock to disassemble all of the swords they sold for base parts. I also on the G bought some steel two-hander swords and some myth claws. Myth claws are really good for swift components, and steel two-handers are actually really effective for those base parts and super cheap at the same time. Once I finished doing all of that, I started doing some U short bows. They give dexterous components quite a lot. They give some precise components as a bonus, and then they give you your flexible and tensile parts, and you need all of these things in order to make those rodomatics for fishing. I find these items the best for cost effective and time effective things to disassemble. People have their personal preferences, and I guess this is mine. Once I disassembled all of those items, I managed to gather a total of 108 dexterous components, 337 base parts, and 17 swift components. So I have tons and tons of components ready for those rodomatics, except for swift, so if I ever need to make any more in the future, it's just buying claws. Myth and addies are perfect for that. And I have quite a few sharp components for some really easy and cheap starting furnace and honed perks for my tools. As you can see, I have 42 sharp components. This gave me enough for 4 rodomatics. Like I said, if I need more in the future, I just need some more swift components, and I have the rest. But that then meant I needed crafted parts and head parts to make tool gizmo shells. So I bought some red salamanders. Red salamanders are really good for crafted parts, and they give you some dexterous parts as well. So dexterous parts are always really handy. Some crafted parts every time, and a chance for some dexterous is nice. Then for head parts, I just did maces. Nice simple item to give you head parts. I just did some addy and some steel ones. As I said before, I just used 5 times sharp components in order to get the chance at honed and furnace. I then in the end managed to get furnace 2 and honed 3, which is really fine for the starting levels of doing invention. Once I get more parts, or I get higher junk chance reduction and more chance of good parts and components, I'll then go for some higher tiered gizmos, but for now that speeds up my XP per hour and I'm happy. Just doing normal fly fishing with the rodomatic got me to level 80 fishing, which is another nice round number to get to. I recently bought the silver tier premier club and I had excess loyalty points, so I bought the Jack of Trades aura and upgraded it, so I had to do 15 skills, and my skiller friend Gentle Shen helped take me around on a skiller Jack of Trades run, which I'll talk you guys through now. It's a really easy and effective way to get all of the skills done. Simply pop your aura at the Falador Wisp Colony, harvest 1 wisp to get some divination experience, run over to the oak tree, chop at the oak tree for 4 logs. Once you have 4 logs, use your Gatestone teleport spell to go to Tavali. Once you arrive at Tavali, pickpocket one of the pompous merchants for some thieving XP, go to the sawmill and buy 2 oak planks. Once you have the 2 oak planks, hop into your house, build a chair, and that's your construction XP done. Hop back outside your house, fish a crayfish for some fishing experience, light one of your logs and cook the crayfish on it for some fire making and cooking experience. Run over to the flax field and pick a piece of flax for some farming, and there's a spinning wheel directly north of it that can give you some crafting XP by making a bowstring. After that, hop into the cave, mine 1 copper ore and some tin ore in order to get some mining experience. If you make a bronze bar on the furnace outside, that will give you some smithing experience. Now we need to run slightly east to the hunter person, trade this hunter trainer and buy one of the 3 bird snares. Lay that bird snare, wait for a bird to be caught. While you're waiting, you can run over to the herblore trainer, trade the herblore trainer for a free grimy guam, clean that grimy guam for some herblore experience, go back to your hunter trap. Whether it's caught the bird or not, you'll get a bit of hunter experience. Then with your last logs in your inventory, you can cut them into an oak shield bow, and that's 14 skills after that fletching experience. And the last one we need is if we run up to the agility course, we can do 1 lap of the agility course to get agility ticked off, and that's 15 out of 15 skills. And we can trade it in right next to the agility course with this guy. Make sure you take your aura off first once it says 15 out of 15. Then when you talk to him, you'll get an XP tome. It's going to be some really awesome Slayer experience on this account. Viswax is going to be back in my daily routine. Got to make that Viswax to reset the Jack of Trades aura. I've got 80 Viswax for the day, and it costs 40 to reset the Jack of Trades aura. So I have enough for 2 resets, but you can only use 1 per day, so I have enough for tomorrow as well. After resetting my Jack of Trades aura with Viswax, I then put it in Slayer again and got 45 Slayer. Coming back on the next day, I did my Jack of Trades twice more and I got to 46 Slayer. So getting some really nice Slayer gains already with the aura. It's paying off. I had a summoning daily to do dreadful pouches, and as I have a really low summoning level, I thought I'd do the daily to get some extra gains. Making the pouches got me to level 7 summoning, and then when I traded in the challenge I got to level 9 summoning. Gonna start doing that very, very soon. After the Jack of Trade runs, it was back to fishing. I got my first ever Rodomatic to level 10. I disassembled it for 3 levels and went from 50 to 53 invention. That feels good. Once I had finished disassembling that Rodomatic, I fancied getting up my woodcutting as it was far lower than my fishing. So it was time to get an augmenter for my dragon hatchet, which means I had to disassemble pack yak pouches for powerful components and some jewellery for enhancing components. I typically do diamond jewellery just for the speed of it with low junk chance. But once I unlock some high junk chance reduction, I'll move to things like ruby necklaces and such. But at the low levels, I just feel like diamond is much better GP per component for something like diamond necklaces. It was time to head off to woodcut. Now I got my augmenter. I also put some perks on this one as well. I had more furnace 2s and honed 3s that I added to the hatchet. Remember that you can always right click and change the settings of your hatchet so it's not a weapon, and you can wear it at level 1 attack like I have here. After doing a bit of woodcutting, I got to level 64 quite easily with willows, and I'm going to do willows all the way to 68 for ivy. So I decided on siphoning my dragon hatchet at level 9 rather than level 10. Because I'm not level 60 invention yet, I can't siphon at level 12, and 9 is actually the best XP, but it can be quite costly. But until I'm level 60, I don't mind siphoning at level 9. Siphoning the dragon hatchet at level 9 it gave me 138,000 invention experience. I fancied doing a bit of thieving, but I had to get to Koshin volunteers. I'd done the main quest, but I hadn't done the capers. The capers are really easy. The first one, you literally just distract this little dwarf man, steal his dragon, and then he'll give you a note that you can take back to the guy in order to complete the capers quest. I completed that quest, and it got me up to level 41 thieving and 2 treasure hunter keys, which is always an added bonus. After that I had to do the next Capers quest, and this one was quite long. It took a while to get all of these shards from pickpocketing people because they'd catch you all the time. But once I'd done it, it paid off because it got me all the way to 44 thieving, and now I had the extra room unlocked with the Capers in it. So then it was time to cosh volunteers. So now I had this extra room unlocked, I could buy the rubber blackjack from Dodgy Derek. Always loved that name. Once I had the blackjack from Dodgy Derek, I just had to lure one of these volunteers into the room, quickly shut the door behind them. Once they were trapped, they were stuck in the same place. All you have to do when coshing volunteers is just right click, lure, holding down space to skip the conversation. Once you've skipped the conversation, by holding down space you can knock them out and pickpocket them 3 times before they get up. Pickpockets in them 3 times can sometimes be a bit tricky to get used to. Once you have the rhythm down, it's really easy to get 3 pickpockets every knockout, and the XP rates on these are huge because of it. I typically pickpocket them, and when I hear the sound I click pickpocket again, and then when I hear the sound a second time I click pickpocket again, and that allows me to pickpocket 3 times in one knockout. I just kept knocking him out in the same spot for a fairly long while. I got to level 55 thieving and thought I'd have a break because my hand was starting to hurt a little bit just from all of the clicking. Once I was 55 thieving, if you go to the main guy in the middle and you right click and you trade in your hanky points, he'll give you some extra experience. He gave me a couple of thousand extra thieving experience. I know it's not tons, but it adds up and it definitely helps and is worth just doing because you can. I thought it was time for me to get back in the swing with some dailies. I started slacking on them since I've unlocked Invention, so I thought I'd do a sinkhole. This one got me to 38 on the first round. I went back in, done it again, and got another lamp that got me to 39 dungeoneering. Always nice when you can get 2 dungeoneering levels in one day in 10 minutes doing sinkholes. How do I keep getting these pets? I've got 73 woodcutting. Yeah. This is good. I have 3 skilling pets on my skiller, all under level 80 when I got them. That's kinda dumb lucky. After getting that pet, I just AFK woodcutted for level 74 woodcutting, and while woodcutting I got another level 9 dragon hatchet that I siphoned to get me 55 invention, so invention's getting there as well. Doing exactly the same fruit tree spot that got me level 79 farming, I got level 80 farming there. That's my second 80 skill in this video, so that's an awesome little thing to get. My skiller's stats are coming along very nicely for the time I've been playing. Keeping up with my daily jack of trades, I got 49 Slayer from trading this one in. During the minigame weekend, Stealing Creation was absolutely insane bonus experience per hour. I had a clan event with my clan the whole weekend doing Stealing Creation and trying to get as many points as I could for bonus experience in skills, along with other members of my clan doing the same thing. Stealing Creation's really fast points if there's 10 or 11 of you who don't PvP each other, share clay, and just make the whole game way faster. And because we were all clan members, we'd work together, we'd harvest all of the resources as fast as possible, make for around 10-minute game. Those 10-minute games allowed us to do 6 games in an hour, which was around 350 to 400k bonus XP in that hour, every hour, because the points were doubled during the minigame weekend. Next minigame weekend, when it comes round, I'll be doing Stealing Creation again. I'll make a guide for Stealing Creation beforehand, because the bonus XP I got on my skiller is absolutely crazy, which I'll show you in a minute. Really awesome minigame. I've done about 20 hours, maybe a little bit more over the minigame weekend, in order to get as much bonus experience as I could to level this guy and his stats as fast as possible. As the bonus experience it gives does not include skill levels, you get 300 to 400k bonus experience no matter what your level is in the skill. So even though I'm only 75 woodcutting, 75 hunter and 56 construction, all 3 of those skills would give me the exactly same amount of bonus experience when I claimed the experience, even though I have 2 skills at 75 and 1 only at 56. Definitely so good for low level skills. I wish I'd done this sooner, or that the minigame weekend came round sooner, so I could have got the earlier levels done so much faster. I also have quite a lot of Thala as it was on Spotlight for most of the time I was there. This means that I could buy the Flash Powder Factory outfit. I'm quite tempted to buy this outfit for when I train Herblore. I can make my own unfinished potions and then normal potions, but the unfinished potions will actually give me experience and I'll be able to make quite a lot of money doing it. Definitely something that I should be considering moving forward. Let me know if there's any other things you think I could buy with Thala that would really help this account. After trading all my points in for bonus experience, I managed to gather 619,000 bonus experience in construction, 3.6 million in hunter, 698k in woodcutting, 410k in fishing, 406k in mining, 345k in crafting, and that took my overall bonus experience to 6.7 million. This means that this mini game over the weekend got me 6.7 million bonus experience in a whole bunch of useful skills. Really pumped to use up all this bonus experience in the next episode for you guys to see some crazy gains. Thanks for watching, everyone. Give it a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new. Like I said at the start, this is the last Skiller episode because I'll be turning into a 10 HP pure from the next episode. And I have tons of clips already lined up for you guys to enjoy, for me getting those first interesting levels of all my different combat skills in order to become a 10 HP pure. My ultimate endgame goal is to have 99 everything except for HP and 120 magic and 120 smithing from superheating runite ore. I'll earn tons of money that way and get some great XP at the same time. But either way, we'll see how it goes and we'll see how the plan unfolds. Feel free to join my friends chat Maikeru, and my clan Goblin Slayers is open to everyone and anyone, so feel free to ask for an invite. Discord link will be in the description if you fancy chatting to me or the others on there on voice communications. I'll always be on there unless I'm doing voiceovers. And until next time, see ya! I definitely need a drink after this one. I've been talking for way too long.